Hi, welcome to Have Yarn Creations. I'm Erin, and it is February the 9th, 2022. I realize I haven't posted in a while. I apologize. Thank you for joining me today. I just have been through so much during Christmas and New Year's and stuff. I wanted to share with you, but I hadn't done anything with Crojo. I kind of lost my Crojo, and you know how it is. I hope that I'm not the only one that goes through that. When you go through some depression and you just can't do anything. Um, so, and I didn't want to share unless I had something to share with you that I've done. So, because this is all about the yarn and what we're working on. So, I finished my Tree of Life Afghan by the Lion brand. It's a free pattern. It is an experienced pattern. But if you consider yourself a fairly good intermediate, you can do this. Bonnie Bay, I think it is. Bonnie Bay has a great YouTube channel tutorial on this. If you look up Tree of Life Afghan, she does a great tutorial. It's like 6 parts, but she takes you through it step by step. And I agree with her. I don't like the border that they put on it. It's supposed to be leaves, but they end up just looking like floppy messes. It's not good. So, anyway. So, I'm finished with it. This is my third one this last year, kind of. So, I did the first, and I showed you the first set of tree motifs. That's them. And then there's the border that goes between the motifs here. If you can see that right here. These here, the way they do that is you get that texture, is you do back loops only, and then you do the crab stitch going back, and then do it again. So you end up getting that layered effect. And then they have the flower section, and then another of the the intermediate in between, and then the last tree section. I wanted to make it a simple border, and I had several different ideas that went all over the place. And one of them, I wanted it to look like a framed picture. And to do that, I wanted to do the border so it was more textured, and it didn't come out right. I really didn't like it, so I yanked that one out. So I just did 3 rows of double crochet, and of course adding extra on the borders, on the edges, so that it would come out into a kind of a point. And then I did the crab stitch or a reverse single crochet all the way around, because I like how it gives it that ropey kind of texture, finished edge, and it makes it a little bit thicker and gives it a real finished edge on it. So that one is done. And if you haven't been following me, I'll give you a real quick thing on this. I used Lion Brand's Pound of Love. The recommended is to use, I think it's called Fisherman's wool, and it's 100% wool. And I have a couple problems with using wool when I'm using it for a gift for someone, because I don't know if they have wool allergies. And so it calls for like 15 skeins. The Pound of Love, they're about $10 a piece. They're $9.99. Sometimes you can get them on sale, buy one, get one 50% off at either Michael's or Joann's. Or if you buy them in bulk, if you're doing something like this where you're doing it all one color, I do suggest, if you're going to buy online, to buy in bulk online. You can get 3 skeins of this for less than $20, or right at $20. So it's like you're buying 2, get 1 free. It was really a good deal. But this is 100% acrylic. It's a number 4, recommended J, size hook J, or a 10. And it is 16 ounces. Or that's 454 grams. And yes, I'm reading this backwards in my phone. And it's 120 yards, or 932 meters. It's really nice. Yes, I know it's acrylic. It's not even technically a premium acrylic, but it does soften really nice in the wash, and I think it's well worth it. And I do wash my stuff, especially my Afghans. I wash them in the washer, but I do try to lay flat to dry. I really kind of hang them over a chair. And the nice thing about the acrylic is that it dries in a couple of hours. It's really nice. If I'm doing something that's on the smaller scale, I will hand wash, and I use, it's called Soak, and it is, you soak it in it, and then you let it dry. You don't even rinse or wring it or anything, and you lay flat to dry. Especially if I'm using wool items and that kind of thing. This is what I use. Now, like I said, I haven't done a whole lot, but I wanted to show you that finished Afghan before I mail it out. I did do a hat that I saw. The Crochet Crowd had a pattern for a hat, and I just couldn't resist. It looked really cute. It is called it's called Crochet Showtime Hat, and it is an adaptation from their Crystal Ice hat by Misty Samuelson. Very fun to do. I did have to add a few more rows on it because I felt like it was just too small, and it looks like it's the right size on my little styrofoam head that I have, and I put a pom-pom on it. Now the yarn that I used on it is Unforgettable. That's this here by Red Heart. Really soft. It is a roving style yarn, so it's difficult to pull it out. If you do it slow, that's called frogging it, and if you do it slow, sometimes it's not too bad. It is a number 4, and again a size J10 hook. If you can see that on the camera, it has this one's called Tealberry. And I bought 3 of them and used one of them for this. And I didn't even take a full skein. It took about half. And it has, if I can get this around here, it has 270 yards or 246 meters. I'm sorry, I'm dyslexic sometimes. And it is 3.5 ounces or 100 grams. So it is a 100-gram ball. And I like the colors. I don't know if you can see real good. It's got some kind of peach and mauve in here that's got almost a purpley look. And then that's why I chose the palm that I did. I could have used a cream one and pulled some of the cream out of it, but I thought that this was nice. And I really love the textured look. So the last thing that I'm working on a couple of baby blankets. One of my husband's coworkers is getting ready to take some time off with his wife, who is having a baby. And so I'm using my own, I called it the Textured Virus Blanket. And so I'm holding my spot here because I'm not quite done with this. I'm not quite done with my my second skein. So I've gotten several rounds done on this, and it is basically virus blanket. I did do some added texture, which gives it kind of a bit like, I've heard of a meringue blanket, and it gives it that same kind of texture. I had a friend of mine, when I showed it to her, she said it looked like a layered cake because there are back post stitches as you go around, so it makes it pop and get bigger. And there's a lot of picots on here. So, and I call them picots in my video that I did. And I do have a YouTube video for it if you want to follow my thing. But that's basically what it is. And there's a little bit different count on the stitches because you're doing those. Instead of going on the virus blanket, you go into the spaces in between, and I'm not doing that. I'm doing on the posts. So you got to add a little bit here and there to get it to space properly. But I really like it. I think it's really nice when you're wanting something textured. You don't want to change colors a lot, so if you use a striped And I would do a longer striped, not a variegated, but a longer striped color. And so that's what I'm using here. This is, I did a video a little while back about, I don't order online very much from out of the country on stuff I've never had before. So I took a chance on this. This is James C. Brett marble. And it's 100 gram. I got and it is machine washable double knitting. So this is a size 3 yarn. In the UK, they call it double knitting or DK. And it doesn't give you a whole lot of information like how long it is. It gives you a shade and dye lot number. It says shade MT1 and dye lot is 3710. It does give you some of the machine washable instructions, and it does say knits to most DK patterns. So I just like the cool grays and marbly kind of look. Now this, I know it's a baby. It is for a baby blanket. They're specifically wanting shades of gray and then pops of pink and blue. And I'm going to have another one on the next thing that I'm talking about and doing for that one. I'm going to do them 2 baby blankets and maybe do some extras. I don't know, maybe a hat to go with each one. I'm considering, because of my virus, that I do the textured virus because there's got a lot of holes in it. I am considering backing it. But it is for a spring baby. So they'll be using it more spring and summer. So I'm thinking maybe not. Maybe they need that hole to do for ventilation purposes so the baby doesn't get too hot. I don't know. I have to think it through. But that's basically all I have really to share with you today. Let me know if you like it. Give me suggestions. I would love to hear suggestions on things you'd like me to try. Or what I have done. And thank you so much for joining me. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Great to have you subscribe for me. I am not quite there. I'm at 480 something viewers. I am considering doing a giveaway at 500 subscribers, just because I want to thank you guys for watching. Have a great day. Please be careful, be safe out there, and if you've got yarn, be creative. Have a great day.